Welcome to the Explainer. Look, if you're a data architect working in Microsoft Azure, you've got a big decision on your hands. Which SQL engine should you pick for your modern data warehouse?
All right, let's just jump right in. You're building out a data warehouse in Azure, and you're staring down two amazing but very different options. You've got this specialized powerhouse built from the ground up for massive scale analytics. And then you've got this super versatile, super smart workhorse that you might even be using already. So, how do you choose? Which one is the right fit for your data?
So let's meet our two main players. On one side, we have Azure Synapse Analytics, and on the other, Azure SQL Database. Now, the huge difference between them, and this is really the whole story, is their fundamental architecture. Synapse is what we call massively parallel processing, or MPP. Think of it as a huge team of specialists, all working on a piece of a giant problem at the same time. It's built for analytics at an insane scale. Then you've got SQL Database, which uses symmetric multiprocessing, or SMP. This is more like a lightning-fast cashier, built to handle a ton of individual transactions, one after another, super quickly.
Okay, so to really understand why this choice matters, we've got to take a quick step back and talk about the two classic models they're built on, OLTP and OLAP.
So first, there's OLTP, Online Transactional Processing. This is the engine that runs your business, moment to moment. It's all about writing and updating data, handling tons and tons of small, quick transactions. Think about every time you swipe a credit card, or an order gets placed online, or you use an ATM. That's OLTP in action. And then on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, you have OLAP, Online Analytical Processing. If OLTP is about running the business, OLAP is about understanding the business. This is your heavy-duty analysis engine. It's designed for reading and crunching massive amounts of historical data so you can ask those really big, juicy questions like, what were our sales trends over the last 5 years, broken down by region?
So, what's happening under the hood? Well, with SMP systems, that's our traditional SQL database, you've got a bunch of CPUs all trying to get data from one single shared storage disk. For those huge analytical queries, it's like a 10-lane highway suddenly merging into a single toll booth. It just creates a massive traffic jam. But MPP systems, like Synapse, do something totally different. They give each chunk of processing power its own dedicated storage. It's like every single car gets its own private highway. That bottleneck, gone, completely gone.
All right, so let's zoom in on our first contender, Synapse, the pure analytics powerhouse. Okay, but this private highway design, it creates a different kind of problem. How do you scale it? It can get really tricky. The source material explains it with a great analogy. Imagine you have 10 glasses of water for a team. If you add more athletes, you have to repour and redistribute all the water. It's just not efficient. So, to get around this, Microsoft did something really clever. They picked a number, 60. That's it. No matter how big or small your Synapse instance is, your data is always spread across exactly 60 storage nodes, or distributions. And why does this matter? Well, it makes scaling your compute power up or down incredibly simple because the underlying storage structure never changes. Now, you get to decide how your data gets sliced up across those 60 nodes. You've got 3 main plays. First is round robin. It's simple, just deals the data out like a deck of cards to keep things even, but it can be slow when you need to join tables. Then there's hash distribution. This one's smarter. It tries to keep related data on the same node, which makes joins way faster. The catch? You can get data skew, where one node gets way more data than the others. And finally, you have replicate. For your smaller tables, this is awesome. It just puts a full copy on every single node, which means zero data movement for joins. Super fast, but obviously it only works for small tables.
Okay, so that's Synapse. Now let's turn to our other option, which might seem like a bit of a surprise contender here, Azure SQL Database. I know what you're thinking. Isn't that for applications? Well, it turns out this workhorse has some incredible tricks up its sleeve for data warehousing.
And that begs the question, right? Why on earth would you use a transactional engine, an OLTP system, for an analytical OLAP workload? Well, the answer to that really shines a light on some of the key trade-offs you make when you choose Synapse. And here's a big one, concurrency. How many queries can run at the exact same time? For Synapse, there's a hard limit. Even on the biggest, most expensive tier, you top out at 128 simultaneous queries. And honestly, on the tiers most people are using, you're looking at something more like just 32.
Now, imagine you've got hundreds of analysts, dozens of dashboards, all hitting the warehouse at once. You are going to blow through those 32 slots in a heartbeat. This is where Azure SQL DB shines. Because it's an OLTP engine, it was literally built from day one to handle tons and tons of concurrent users without breaking a sweat.
And it's not just about concurrency. SQLDB is also, well, it's smart. It has all these intelligent features built right in. You've got automatic tuning, which is basically an AI database admin giving you tips on how to make things faster. There's adaptive query processing, which literally changes its game plan in the middle of a query if it sees a better way. Plus, it's amazing at handling lots of little, frequent data updates. We call them micro batches. Synapse, on the other hand, really wants you to load data in huge, infrequent chunks.
And get this, for really big databases, we're talking over 4 terabytes, there's a tier called Hyperscale. It's an absolute game changer. It actually separates compute and storage, kind of like Synapse does, so it can scale to incredible sizes. And the really wild part, it can restore a massive 50 terabyte database in about 8 minutes. Yeah, you heard that right, 8 minutes.
Okay, so after all that, how in the world do you actually make a choice? Let's break it down.
It really comes down to just 3 key questions you need to ask yourself. Question 1. How big is your data? Are we talking more than 4 terabytes? If so, Synapse is probably your starting point. Question 2. How does your data arrive? Is it in huge, scheduled batches? That's Synapse's happy place. Or is it a constant stream of small updates? That's a huge win for SQLDB. And finally, question 3. Who's using it? A small, predictable group of users? Synapse can handle that. A large, unpredictable mob of analysts and reports? You're definitely going to want to look at SQLDB.
So you see, the big takeaway here is that this isn't a question of which engine is better or more powerful. It's about personality. It's about finding the engine whose personality is the right match for your data's unique demands. You have to look at your workload and decide, is it a massive scale, predictable powerhouse, or a nimble, high-traffic, versatile workhorse?
Hey, thanks for sticking with us for this explainer. If this helped clear things up for you, do us a favor and hit that like button. Even better, share it with someone else who's wrestling with this decision. And of course, subscribe for more breakdowns of complex tech topics. We'll see you in the next one.